The Wellness pack contains one multivitamin tablet with some minerals. It contains 2 fish oil capsula, total 1 gram, and 1 capsula with a strong antioxidant. That is exactly what they contain from a point of eye view. But the content of this is that you get the vitamins you need for a day and 1/3 of the omega-3 need. And if you are very physical active, you also get a very good antioxidant, since then when you are physical active you breathe very much and get much oxygen into yourself, and that could give you unnecessary pain in your muscles and so on if you don't contract it with the effective antioxidant. The Wellness pack is constructed for people 12 years of age and higher, so to say, because the vitamin content is based for that age level. When you have a disease, you must be sure to get the complete nutrition. And to get complete nutrition, you must get all the 13 vitamins we know we need every day, and also about 20 minerals. So you must be sure, and this Wellness pack make it very easy for you to get the complete nutrition. And when you are sick, you often lose your appetite, and then you eat less, and then it's more important to take help of some supplements. Yeah, the problem with the food industry, even those who produce vegetables, for instance raw vegetables, is that they drive it so quick now that the content of minerals and vitamin in them is diluted. And in Sweden we have seen that in some tomatoes, for instance, they have only 20% now compared to the 1960s. And that is the same when they start to culture berries and other things. It's very poor in nutrition. You could call it diluted food. And for that reason, more and more people need some kind of complement to their diets to be sure that they really get complete nutrition. And we know what is complete nutrition. I know perfectly well what that is because I have many of the patients I give all the food right into the blood. So I know what it is. And these governments often measure the quality of food and give out these tables and so on. And you see that the food is more and more diluted because you grow them faster and faster. And the earth you grow them in is poorer and poorer also. So soon we need some complement, most of us. Regardless of what you are on or not are on, we all need complete nutrition. And we need about 1 gram, that is the minimum we need of omega-3 to be healthy, because that is essential fatty acid, and if you don't get it, we get sick. So that all need that regardless if they stand on blood thinning medications and so on. But this is individual, so when you stand on blood thinning medication, you must control that you don't get too much of the blood thinning medication. But it should not, you should not skip omega-3 and came into an incomplete nutrition to be able to take blood thinning medications. So this is a very simple truth. All persons need complete nutrition. And it's true that the Eskimos, they took up to 15 gram per day. The Eskimo, they had no choice because they had they had to eat the seal and the fish and so on. So they got 15 gram a day, and they had no heart disease, but they had brain bleedings. They had bleeding problems. So omega-3 should be taken in the right amounts, not too much, but definitively not at all, because that will make you sick. So up to 6 grams per day is very safe with the omega-3. Has been studied extensively. And 1 gram is the, so to say, minimum you should take. I think that natural fish oil have also other fats. In natural fish oil you have 37% roughly omega-3, but you also had a lot of other fats. It seems that to be properly absorbed and also to be used, you need all types of fats, because the function of the omega-3 in the cell membrane is the function of it is to make the cell membrane permeable for substances that needs to come into the cell. But this saturated fat is impermeable. That is like fingers like that, but the omega-3 is a bent molecule. So if you place a bent molecule between my fingers, you get the membrane permeable. And you need mostly these other types of fat to build up to billions of new cell membranes every day. And this omega-3 is, you could call, structural fat or functional fat, but the ordinary fat is what is the main building material for the cell membranes. So to concentrate up something that is needed in a small amount to 80%, as some do, that is unnatural. So it's more safe until we have more knowledge to take it in the natural form. And so you also get the other fatty acids, because we need all types of fatty acids, not only the omega-3 fatty acids. It is about 1 gram a day. And this is, the children need it. It's more important for children to get it than for adults, because children shall build their brain and they need a lot of omega-3 in the brain. So, and they have the same doses as adults have, is the same for children. And for instance, in Norway, it's a general recommendation that you should start to take it at 6 months, as soon as you wean from the mother's milk. I know that in Europe, they have recommendation from 3 years and up. So the doses is the same, more or less. It's you should at least take 1 gram, and in Norway they say 1.2 gram per day. But of course you can take it as fish or other food particles also to get it. But if you want to be sure and take it as a complement, you could take it as fish oil. Yeah, all people that eat fish at least 2-3 times a week, and when they eat at least 90 gram fish, if that is one fish, so to say. So if they eat 90 gram multiplied by 2 to 3 each week, they get enough. Yeah, for instance, in Sweden, the pregnant women was they should not eat fish more than once a month, because due to the intoxication of the fish. So one good thing by taking the fish oil that is cleaned, and that must be a good laboratory practice methods to clean the fish oil. You should not buy cheap fish oils. You must buy fish oil that really have high standard without intoxication. That could be an advantage. You can safely ensure yourself an optimal amount without risking to be heavy metal intoxicated. No. Yeah, if you are healthy and wants to stay healthy, absolutely necessary part of that program must be complete nutrition, and this helps you to get complete nutrition. It depends on the countries you shall have it in. Each country have different regulation, because if it's recognized to be some kind of cost supplement, some have 12 years, 14 years, etc. for that. So that is up to the authorities in the country to decide, so to say. But from a physiological point of view, there is no age limits. We ran a study in a school close to us here, and then after the whole study we saw that those people that had difficulties to read and do mathematics had normalized their results when they was on the powder, and when they was taken off the powder they returned to the old bad values, and this control group 30 stayed constant all through, so to say. And why could be the reason for these results? Yeah, it turned out that most of the pupils had no time in the morning to eat properly. Perhaps they took one O'boy, that was some kind of chocolate drink, and a piece of bread. That was the only thing they took. And when they came to the school and was randomized into a complete nutrition, then that stabilized their blood sugar, so they could be more alert in their mind. But also we had seven people that was in the study that was very hyperactive, that calmed down even after school. And the possible explanation for that was that they got for the first time enough omega-3 in their diet by taking this natural balance shake, because then you have this omega-3 built into the egg that is part of the natural balance shake. So that was a very exciting study that convinced the school and the parents, so they started a little boutique to have this proper breakfast. And that is still going on after 5 years. I think that the study was done for 5 years ago. When you exercise much, you breathe much, and you get a lot of oxygen into your body, and when you get a lot of oxygen in your body, you get these oxygen-free radicals, and they can kill your cell membranes and even the membranes around the muscles. So if you can have these antioxidants in your body, taking care of these free radicals, then you can start the next training pass much quicker. One reason for this increase of the world records in all types of sports is a proper use of antioxidants. That means that you can take the next training pass in shorter time than otherwise. This use of anabolic steroids is of course also a reason for these fantastic results, but the control of those are rather strong. But in spite of that is more difficult to take, the world records approach those with anabolic steroids, and the reason for that is probably more training. You can tolerate more training with the proper nutrition, and there in that nutrition the antioxidants plays a very important part without question. And the reason he can measure this antioxidant after this training pass, and that is the reason why you also have developed some antioxidants that can take care of them and be measured in the laboratory. The simple truth is that it is not. There is nothing in this formula that has anything to do with anabolic steroid. That is a concrete molecules, that steroid-like molecules, and there's nothing of that in the Wellnäs. It simply is not that. Yeah, the Wellness pack contains only your daily need, so to say, and that is a daily need for the rest of your life. And if you will be sure that you get the complete nutrition, you should take it every day. Yeah, it's best, since you have fat in it, the omega-3 fats, to take it to a meal, for instance, to breakfast, because then you also eat other fats and you stimulate the bile, and you need the bile to absorb it. So it's very good to take it to breakfast, because then you can remember it. It could be part of your routine, and you get the fantastic breakfast then with all these complement to it. It is a lot of studies on that, and if you take amount 3 times that you take with the fish oil, you can come up to the same amount, but you will not come up to more than this 18 carbon omega-3. You will not come up not in all cases to the 20 and 22 carbon that we need. So it's safer to take fish oil then, but you can do it. And if you have these enzymes that can fix the 18 carbon to 2022, then you can do it, but then you must take 3 times as much. Oh yes, they should also be in complete nutrition, and there is nothing there that could make them worse or better per se.